Welcome, 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 and welcome to Miss Fitness's podcast. I am your host, Cherie Miss Fitness Jones, and on this episode, we will be talking about the vegan and vegetarian lifestyle. I am here with my friend and colleague, Sydney. She is a vegetarian who also lives a vegan lifestyle a little bit as well, right?
Yep, yeah. Hey, thanks for having me, Cherie.
No problem, no problem. So, let me start off by asking you, when did you start caring about your health?
My health in general,
Well, first let me ask you, how old are you, Sid?
I'm about to be 22.
22?
Yeah.
Wow, you're very, very young to be, approaching this lifestyle. A lot of people don't even care about their health until they have to go see a doctor.
Right.
Let
Until
alone
it's too late.
Yeah, let
Right.
alone 22.
Right.
So I'm really anxious to find out, if you're 22, I'm anxious to find out when you decided that you wanted to.
Well, I kind of, I had, like, issues with, like, how I... Oops, sorry about that.
That's okay.
I feel like I had issues with, like, my body, personal image and all that, and that was driving, like, the main driving force for, like, wanting to get healthy and all that. And then growing up with my dad, he taught me how to cook and everything, so I always had a passion for cooking. So me loving to cook and use fresh ingredients and produce, and then wanting to be healthy, kind of put the two together, and that's kind of where deciding to be vegan, vegetarian came from. I specifically started being a vegan after watching one of those documentaries. They'll really scar you after that.
How old were you when you first saw one of the documentaries? Was that recently or?
I always kind of put it off because I know that if you ever watch that, you don't want to know. Our food industry is corrupt. It's beyond corrupt, especially the meat industry. So I watched one of those videos. I'd say I was 20 or 19 maybe.
2-3 years ago.
Yeah. And after that, I was vegan for 6 months. I really enjoyed it. I felt good every day. I wake up having energy. I felt good. I was excited for the next day. I never missed meat, really. I don't miss meat now.
Let me ask you a question. If you don't mind, what kind of issues were you having with your body to where you felt like that?
Well, I would just compare myself to other people, and I guess I was always kind of just thicker than everybody else.
And you think that came from eating meat and eating unhealthy and things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Because, for a while, my family was kind of, we were kind of broke for a minute. So it was, boxes of pasta and McDonald's, pretty much. So living on the cheap and just eating salty stuff and not drinking enough water. And then being a teenager and going through all the, hormone changes and all that. I think that all had to do with it. But I think I'm in a good place now, so mentally it's what it's about.
So what is it about meat? What that you're like, I'm not touching it, I don't want that in my body because it's no good for me?
Well, first of all, the abuse that animals get when they're getting, cut up or getting certain procedures done to be processed, they don't give them any meds. So they're just suffering, and then they're injected with, chickens, for example, are injected with something that makes their breasts bigger, makes their breasts grow a lot bigger,
a lot faster. It's a hormone.
Yeah, it's a hormone, and it's terrible because, these chickens, their legs break because their breasts are too big for them because they're little babies.
Aww.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good, and that goes for every animal. There's a lot of just the way that they keep them, they maintain them. They're locked in these little, I don't even know what to call it, these little closets. Oh. They're like little shelves you pull out of a thing.
I remember one time I was driving and it was a truck. It had all these chickens on there, and I mean they were
it's tight quarters,
cooped up on each other. They looked like they wanted to die. They were laying together. I'm not sure whether they tied or what, but they looked very uncomfortable and they looked very unpleasant. So what do you think about when you go to the stores and you see organic, no hormone, no injection, things like that, labels on the meat? How do you feel about people consuming that instead of consuming,
just the average, right? I think seeing that, it makes me feel a little bit better, but it's not guaranteed. Like, I try to buy mostly organic produce and everything. I know that there's a chance that it's still not organic. I think that the FDA and the food corporations are just corrupt, and America's the only place, it's the only country that is more concerned about making money versus,
being healthy.
Being healthy, and it's like we consume that. We literally eat this stuff. We're putting it in our bodies. And every other country, thinks we're crazy for it. Nowhere else will you see animals being treated the way that we treat animals. And what we're injecting in our animals, they would never do.
Now, I still eat meat, like chicken and fish and things like that, but I always try to go for the organic, no hormones, free range chicken, things like that. I definitely would like to approach the vegan lifestyle. One time, before, I was like, I'm going to go vegan, and I was just going to cold turkey. Then I'm getting all these things that, and then I'm getting information of the people, even though it's not meat, that's still not good for you because it's a GMO. Like, what you're purchasing, when you see, these soy products or all these other products, it's vegan. Just because it says it's vegan doesn't mean it's good for you. So I was they was technically that's worse for you than you eating chicken.
That's a good point.
They're like, this is not even real food that you're putting in your body. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to go back to, eating meat, but eating chicken and fish, but I'm going to make sure that it is free range and no, hormones and things like that. And then I'm going to do my research and then take, baby steps to approach the, vegan lifestyle and things like that. But I do know that it is the best for you. I, recommend that for anybody. I hear so many great stories. There's a doctor, his name is Dr. Sebi. Have you ever heard of him?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so he has cured so many people from so many diseases. Just being vegan and living an alkaline lifestyle.
Yeah, I feel very strongly about that. I try not to take any meds or anything. I'm just lots of water, enough exercise, enough sleep, the right food. You can heal yourself.
Absolutely.
And all that.
He's healed so many people. And, he doesn't have any magic powers. It's just food.
Right.
Food is the medicine. Food and herbs.
That's exactly
and I believe 100% in that. And it's just, getting the information and, taking the steps to do it correctly.
Right.
To make sure you're doing it right. And then that you're ready.
Right.
So, back to you. So tell us, give us a little, information about some of the myths and things that people say about being vegetarian and vegan that you would like to touch on.
Okay. Well, first of all, to touch off what you were saying about soy, people who promote soy, I don't know where they're getting their facts from, but soy is not good.
Nope.
We all like soy sauce or some tofu every once in a while, and in moderation, it's fine. But there's a link between soy and breast cancer in women and cancers in women in general. So I say that soy is not good.
Yeah, and then soy, that for my research, that the bean that they use is a GMO. It's not the real soybean. So all the soy in America, all the soy products are
I believe it.
Genetically modified. So once I read that, I was like, I believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because then they say that it puts estrogen in males as well. Males who consume it.
Right.
So,
but in
I'm gonna give that one a thumbs down.
Yeah. In general, there's people who practice, good farming, and they give their animals, they don't use hormones in their animals, and they're grass fed, or they're treated without harm, and some people do it the right way, and same with the vegetables and stuff, and some people don't. So with anything, you really can't say all of the soy in the United States or all of the animals that are, farmed in the United States are GMO'd. You'd have to go to local small farms. That's really, and we should be pushing that rather than these big conglomerates and the big corporations. Support your local farmers. Support local food stands.
One thing I do know when it comes to about eating meat, that our teeth are not made for that. we have the teeth of the herbivore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't have teeth like lions
Right.
and wolves and things like that. And that alone shows that we need to be eating plants and things
Right.
like that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing when people say, well, you need this for, and I'm like, look at your teeth. And even though I still
Right.
eat meat, I know that I'm going to eventually, you know,
Right.
get off.
We don't need it to survive. People
Correct.
don't die because they don't eat meat.
Right.
They go their whole lives and they're mostly healthy, usually.
Correct.
There's dinosaurs, big,
Yes,
scary dinosaurs.
that are herbivores.
that
yes.
only eat plants. You can be a big, huge dinosaur if you want to be eating plants. So,
Correct.
I'll make that argument every time.
So-
But yeah, let me talk about some things I think are important. Okay, vegan, vegetarian stuff. So first of all, making the transition, I would lean yourself off of meat because if you really want to do it and meat is a big part of your life, ease your way into it. And then if you can't give up dairy and stuff, being vegetarian is good too. Just be careful not to eat so much dairy because I think it causes a lot of acne. But overall,
There's a lot of
you'll feel
hormones
better.
in that too.
Right. I think the importance of being vegan or vegetarian is to get iron. A lot of people have anemia or anemic because they don't get enough iron. Iron's really important. It's a component of hemoglobin, which is your red blood cells that carry oxygen from your lungs to the rest of your body. So it's super, super important. If you're not getting enough iron, legumes are really good. Peas, beans, lentils. Every time I give blood, I eat a can of lentils pretty much before I go. What else? Nuts, grains, wheat, rice, corn. All that stuff is good for protein. Some of the soy products, seitan, tofu, good every once in a while. Chickpeas are really high in protein. Beans, nutritional yeast is good. You can use that instead of it could be a cheese substitute. It's a good source of zinc, magnesium, copper, and all the B vitamins. Quinoa is good for protein. Spirulina is a blue algae. It's got a lot of vitamins. I don't know. You can just get creative. I would just do a grain and then some legumes and veggies. And it's easy to just roast anything. It's always good.
Well, I will definitely say that you definitely inspired me, Sydney, with, you know, everything that you said to start, you know, moving faster towards living the vegetarian and vegan lifestyle. So I would like to thank you so much for coming on my podcast.
Thanks for having me.
And delivering this wonderful information about this vegan and vegetarian lifestyle. So where can people, you know, find more information if they want to ask you and meal plans and things like that? How can they reach you?
They can hit me up on Instagram. They can DM me. It's fitbit, fit_bit, FIT_BIH. I put all my recipes on there. All my meals are on there. So they're all vegan or vegetarian. Super yummy.
All right. So that's a wrap for this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. And like I said, you can always catch me on Instagram, Miss Fitness 84, MS_FITNESS 84. Also, you can also email me at Miss Fitness. Okay, excuse me. So sorry. Email address MissFitnessJones84@gmail.com. All right, that's MissFitnessJones84@gmail.com. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in.